The title of world's first billionaire belongs to John D. Rockefeller, who crossed the 10-figure threshold in 1916 through his Standard Oil empire. But as new industries emerged over the last century, each spawned its own first billionaire. Here's how the milestone broke down across major sectors. Oil, John D. Rockefeller, the first billionaire in history. On September 29, 1916, the New York Times ran a front-page story declaring Rockefeller the world's first billionaire. By 1918, Forbes estimated his fortune at $1.2 billion, roughly $21 billion in 2017 dollars. Steel, Andrew Carnegie. While Carnegie never held the official first billionaire title, he was the second richest American on Forbes' 1918 list with a fortune of $200 million, $3.5 billion today. He gave away an estimated $350 million during his lifetime, making him one of history's greatest philanthropists. Banking and finance, George F. Baker. On Forbes' inaugural 1918 Rich list, George F. Baker ranked as the wealthiest banker with a fortune of $150 million, $2.6 billion today. He rose from bank teller to president of First National Bank and later single-handedly funded the creation of Harvard Business School with a $5 million donation. Automobiles, Henry Ford. Henry Ford appeared on the 1918 Forbes list with $100 million, $1.8 billion today. While some sources argue Ford became a billionaire by 1925, his fortune in 1918 already made him one of America's wealthiest industrialists. Retail, Sam Walton. Sam Walton built Walmart from a single discount store in Rogers, Arkansas, 1962, into the world's largest retailer. In 1985, Forbes pronounced him the richest man in America with an estimated worth of $2.8 billion. At the time of his death in 1992, his net worth had grown to nearly $25 billion. Technology/software, Bill Gates. Bill Gates co-founded Microsoft in 1975 and took it public in 1986. Forbes first listed him as a billionaire in 1987, making him the world's youngest billionaire at the time. He would go on to hold the title of world's richest person from 1995 through 2017, with brief interruptions. Internet/e-commerce, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos founded Amazon in 1994 and took it public in 1997. By 1999, just 2 years after the IPO, the surging value of Amazon stock made him a billionaire. That same year, Bezos was named Time magazine's Person of the Year, cementing the internet's arrival as a serious wealth creation engine. Social media, Mark Zuckerberg. When Facebook went public on NASDAQ in 2012 in one of the largest IPOs in internet history, the 28-year-old Mark Zuckerberg became America's youngest self-made billionaire. He was the first person to reach 10 figures primarily from a social media platform. YouTube/creator economy, MrBeast. Jimmy Donaldson, better known as MrBeast, became the world's first billionaire content creator in 2025 at age 27. With over 470 million YouTube subscribers and nearly 114 billion views, his empire spans ad revenue, sponsorships, Feastables chocolate, Beast Burger, and Amazon's Beast Games. Tobacco, James B. Duke. James B. Duke built American Tobacco Company into a monopoly controlling roughly 90% of the cigarette market, the Standard Oil of cigarettes. He was worth $50 million, $875 million today, on the 1918 Forbes list, and his $100 million endowment, $1.4 billion in today's dollars, created Duke University. Fashion and luxury, Bernard Arnault. While fashion fortunes stretch back to the early 20th century, Bernard Arnault became the first luxury industry billionaire to reach the uppermost tier of global wealth. As chairman of LVMH, he became a billionaire in the late 1980s, early 1990s, and is now one of the wealthiest people on Earth, with a fortune of $178 billion as of 2025. Healthcare, Thomas Frist Jr. The first billionaire to make their fortune primarily in healthcare was Thomas Frist Jr., who founded Hospital Corporation of America, HCA, with his father in 1968. Today, HCA operates 190 hospitals and roughly 2,400 ambulatory care sites. As of 2026, Frist and his family are worth an estimated $41.8 billion, making them the richest healthcare billionaires in the world. Telecommunications, Carlos Slim. Carlos Slim built his fortune in Mexican telecom through América Móvil and Telmex. In 2010, he surpassed Bill Gates and Warren Buffett to become the world's richest person, the first from a developing nation to top the Forbes list. Food and beverage, Forrest Mars Sr./Mars family. The Mars family built their empire starting with Frank Mars in 1911, but Forrest Mars Sr., Frank's son, was the driving force behind global expansion of Mars Incorporated and the introduction of M&Ms. While exact dates are unclear, the Mars family became billionaires in the 1980s as the candy and pet food giant grew into one of the world's largest private companies. Today, Jacqueline and John Mars are each worth $41.1 billion. Real estate, Donald Bren. Donald Bren is widely considered America's wealthiest real estate baron. He began building homes in California at age 25, founded the Bren Company, and eventually became the sole owner of the Irvine Company in 1996. Today his fortune stands at $19.2 billion. Music, Jay-Z. Jay-Z, Sean Carter, became the first musician to reach billionaire status in 2019, though much of his fortune came from business ventures outside music, including Roc Nation, Uber Investments, Champagne, Ace of Spades, and the streaming service Tidal. Today he is worth an estimated $2.5 billion. Football, soccer, Cristiano Ronaldo. In 2025, Cristiano Ronaldo became football's first billionaire player, with Bloomberg estimating his net worth at $1.4 billion. The milestone was driven by his tax-free Saudi Pro League contract with Al Nassr, plus decades of Nike and Armani endorsements. Golf, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods became golf's first billionaire in 2022, making him only the second active athlete ever to reach that status after LeBron James. His fortune stems from nearly $2 billion in pre-tax career earnings, including a PGA Tour record $121 million in prize money, plus his Nike partnership, golf course design business, and the high-end mini-golf chain Popstroke. Boxing, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather became boxing's first $1 billion fighter in 2017 following his blockbuster bout against Conor McGregor. Unlike Jordan and Woods, who relied on endorsements for the bulk of their wealth, Mayweather earned the vast majority of his fortune inside the ring, including $250 million from the Pacquiao fight and $300 million from the McGregor fight. Basketball, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan became the first former professional athlete to surpass the billionaire mark, driven by the Jordan brand. His Nike partnership generates billions in annual sales, and the 2023 sale of his majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets. His net worth today is estimated at $3.5 to $3.8 billion. For industries born in the 20th and 21st centuries, tech, telecom, healthcare, the first billionaire is relatively clear. For older industries like steel, banking, and real estate, fortunes were often built across multiple sectors simultaneously. Rockefeller had oil and railroad interests, Carnegie had steel and philanthropy, and the Astors built wealth in fur trading before pivoting to real estate. The figures above represent the earliest individuals whose primary wealth source aligns with each modern industry category. If you love this video and you'd love to see more of these, subscribe and leave a comment.